Ladies and gentlemen, would you say hello to the CCO of Echo, SSN? How's it going, pal?
Not too bad.
Yeah, you good?
The day start wonderfully, you know.
It's hot in here, dude.
Maybe actually next time I'll put AC properly for you, so.
It's supposed to work, it does not work. Yeah, that is the problem with it. It's supposed to work, it does not work. But we're thankful you came in. Let me stop your shots out here, because you wanted to chit-chat more about you're joining Echo.
Yeah.
So you're relatively new. This is your first actual raid here with the team.
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, so what's it been like for you on that front to actually be here with the guys?
It's quite challenging because I've been exchanging with them, you know, for the last months, how it's going to be at the race. And before the race, they just see actually a photo and they don't know actually who they're talking to. And I just want to make sure that they don't see me actually too formally, you know, that we can break the ice. So I think my first days before the race start is to really connect with them. But it's
and actually put names to faces.
Exactly, yeah, because I see a bear, I see a monk, I don't see Meres, I don't see Messine. So it was actually mostly to make them feel comfortable. And I think that my main role here, besides everything we spoke together, first is to make also the cast, the rest of the family, but also to soak out from Roger and Scribe all the stress so they can focus for the very first time as leader, you know, in the red. Because they were actually jumping in between business. We have a lot of partners, as you can see, coming along every day. With the Gamescom coming over, we're actually quite busy.
I mean, you've got your PvP team at Echo. The Echo PvP team is at Gamescom.
So, spoiler alert, maybe you're the first to know, they might be here later today. So, yeah.
Oh, Waz and Co are coming today.
Yeah,
nice. Yeah, I met the boys. I did their introduction to Echo.
Okay, so hopefully we can have a good moment to share together, because I think that one of the things is very important for me is to make sure that the PvP team, they feel that they belong to the team. Usually there's a very big separation between the PvP and the PvE team.
Yep.
I don't want to do this. I want everyone to be actually feeling at home, that they can actually escalate.
That they're part of the team. Yeah, I think it has felt with some of the WoW teams that have brought in other elements, is they haven't felt like part of the family. It's more like, oh, let's stick your name above. Okay, now we've got more Twitch streams that have the name in. But yeah, I'm trying to get them in, especially now you can get them all in one place, because it's hard to do. The PvP team, you wanted, because you know what my question is for you? I've spoken business with the guys many times, and want them to do well. You know, we've worked on several. I assume that's better. We've worked on several projects together, like the AMD stuff that's here now. You know, we're really pushing because you want the guys to be successful, right? Because the problem I think World of Warcraft has compared to any other esport, there's a lot of players, right? It's not like League. You've got 5, 6. Yeah. There's like 30 members of the team. Yeah. And that creates financial strain to make sure they're all paid, right? You're like, these guys need paying for what they're doing. But it's very difficult, and one of the things we've really struggled with Echo is when you go to a sponsor and you're like, hey, it's this esports event, and they're like, oh, okay, with 30 players. And they find that a little bit daunting, because that's not what they deal with in any other sport whatsoever. And now that's something you're dealing with. And have you had that sort of issue, is like trying to explain, it's like, this is it's a marathon, not a sprint. The race doesn't take place in any sort of set structure. It could be 5 days.
True.
It might be 3 weeks. I don't know.
It's funny because I have maybe to redraft almost the narrative around it, need to re-explain. I realized that me coming over, you know, joining the game and the business part needs to actually maybe to restructure the narrative and how actually the story is enrolling. And that's maybe what the first thing I'm thinking to people. And if you think about this, because I work actually aside with real wicked athletes and sports, the real sports, not esports, I join both of actually the stories, saying that you seeing actually in football, for instance, you know, when you're moving a team, it's actually the substitutes, the players, and that's the same here. And you said it actually on live that now we just have actually the current player, the core player. Next race, I am really sitting now to make sure that the other guys are coming into a secret room, because I want everyone to be a part of it. So
I loved the idea of the secret room, because there's heroes like Revez and Zerwo, and I don't know them because I've never met them. They don't come to any of the events.
Neither actually Scribe and
neither
Roger.
do they. But do they want to be here, but they don't want any of the camera stuff? But they would love to still be a part of their friend group that they've had for, I mean, they've known each other for over a decade now.
It's you mentioned even actually pillars of the team. When I'm talking to people, like, you don't see it. People see performances, they see actually the details and stuff. But in background, you know, when they speak together, they're building each other, bro. They're picking each other up, and that's what I would like to see from them. But funny enough, those people that I just mentioned are mostly the people taking the step in, supporting actually them. Sometimes even saying them, look, we did shit. It's okay.
Yeah.
We move forward. And at the same time, I have to respect the fact that they don't want to be on TV, on camera. So the long story short, when I spoke to Scribe and Roger, it's like, next time, guys, we should have a room with no camera, and we should have maybe an extra level, because there's many floors here where people don't want to be actually, in a sense, being linked to actually the race, but want to still to be there. We can make it happen. All fall into logistic with budgeting, and this is where, when I'm discussing with some companies, my USP, I can use business terms within my unique selling point, is the production part. It is that this whole environment, this excitement. Even actually, I heard somebody say we can even blur them on the camera, and people will feel like more this excitement. But I take any ideas. I'm agnostic. I take any idea to make it happen, because I'm new actually to this real esport production part. But definitely having a round table with you guys, thinking some ideas. But I respect actually the guys. They want to be there. Yeah, they want to be on camera.
And some who don't want to be here, which is a regular thing. So we were talking about Sari, who is had to play NA for so long, and now he's here. And I was like, well, where is he? He's like, he just asked for, can I just stay at home? Yeah. That's all I want. I just want to stay at home and be comfortable and go to bed on my own.
And I will do also at the same time everything I can to make him comfortable from home, with the merch, with the equipment. But that's my role. I have to make sure that every player can voice actually what matters for them, so we can actually make this production a super productions, and make sure that we can satisfy the audience, like people watching you, Upbridge.
Well, we have a lot of pride that, like, when the stats come out, we're the number one watch thing on Twitch. You know what I mean? Like, that's always been difficult for me to understand when the struggles came in, because Echo has kept it very strictly in-house. And they've worked hard, because they've had a lot of the big orgs knock on the door, like, hey, you know, we'll come and support you and all that stuff. And they're like, no. We did that for a while. They did that under the Method brand. And they're like, we had no control. The bad things happened. And we, no, this is our baby. We're looking after it until the thing. And then I moaned at them a lot to get you. Not you by name, but I was like, you need John Business, is what I said to them. You need a guy who is not caring about weak auras or the Raiders performance. He's looking at it from, like, this is the streams that we're dealing, the revenue streams, and actually looking at it from that perspective, because you guys, one, don't know what you're doing. In all respect, you don't know what you're doing with that stuff. And it's also clearly weighing on your mind. Because I've had many hearts-to-hearts with Rogers over the last, because I've known him now for nearly 20 years. We've had many hearts-to-heart about running businesses and making decisions that affect other people. And Roger's such a nice person, as you well know. He struggles with that stuff. I was like, and also, Roger, you shouldn't be dealing with that. That should come from someone else. That's why I was very excited when you came in.
It was even hard for me to get in. I have to say, I've been working actually with them, consulting for them for quite a moment. And when actually my contract doesn't lies me to a certain team, Team Liquid, for instance, I got no exclusivity. I could actually fly on my own. And I was like, okay, what's the next step? So I called Yunus and I was like, okay, what's the pain point right now? I said, like, we have to divide ourselves. When there's business, then it's partners. That's the first time that we're doing today and tomorrow, the open room, open actually boot camp, having partners and potential prospect to come over. But it was almost like, how do you see the race? What is it for you? And I say to them that I know the game, but that's for you. That's for you to run it. I make sure that you have everything in capacities to make it work. And look, listen, I take a bow, because you guys doing fantastically well without all the means in the world, not to mention other competitors. But I like to learn. I'm coming from a strong business background, for sure, but I don't come with smashing on the floor with a business strategy or go-to-market strategy.
Let's change everything.
I want to take time, even you and me, sometimes actually I'm trying to bump into you saying some stuff, even from peripheral, for some brands. It's for me very important to make sure that everyone is involved, because that's the family part. That's the part where I have no clue what actually Nice Meme or Perfecto are playing. I came yesterday.
And it shouldn't matter to you.
And it doesn't matter to me, but I like the fact that I go to them, and sometimes I take them for a second with me and vent. Because right now, the only person you can vent is two guys trying to make sure that the WeCores are working perfectly. I said also, you're laughing about this, but there's a caster room over there. You can just exchange a few words. They will build you up. They will make sure that you're feeling good. It's all about actually being in a work environment that you like to come. And I can see firsthand, I'm so happy that right now I took them for team building about partners, how we actually want to represent the brand, what you want to do. And those guys were shy at first, and after they start laughing with me, start actually opening themselves, just want to connect the dots. But that's my job from a business perspective. If I can contribute in any ways or translate this business part into the game, I will. But I know where I'm standing, and I know where they're standing, and right now they're here to perform to get the award for us. So yeah.
It is, yeah, and it's a similar role that I have with the new players, especially, you know, we've got Gub on site, Spen on site. Spen's had some history, and Gub has also been a Fortnite pro.
Yeah.
But you could tell, very nervous coming into this environment. It's a little different, and it's not like this is a set game that I play for the next 2 hours, and then I'm done, I can go home.
Yeah.
This is, you know, 16 hours a day, you're on camera, all of it, you got to do all that, and nervous was there. It's like, okay, how do I get this guy to relax?
Yeah.
Be themselves, show that personality. Because obviously we're always in direct competition with Team Liquid, and you're like, one advantage Echo's got is personalities. From a marketing standpoint,
Definitely.
they lean very heavily on Max and a couple of other players, and we're like, we've got Roger Brown, he's a personality, you give him a microphone, he's happy. Gingy, obviously a top level streamer himself, and everyone's got their own thing. It's trying to highlight that when we bring them in and make them feel comfortable. And you're doing the same from the other side. It's like, make sure you go, because you have visited me several times. I'm usually good to just leave me. I've been on it so many times. I'm good. Just I've got a PC. I'm all right. It's like, do you need anything?
Yeah. That's
anything at all.
The power of do you need anything? Or are you okay? It's very actually. It's an understatement. People think that asking how people are, and you are actually doing your own business on the side when you're casting for us. It's important for me at least once a day. I come to you and say, Preacher, you need anything? Can I help you with your day? And sometimes I think that this hasn't been asked enough to the players. And
definitely for me, the guys will not talk to me usually about stuff like that until the race is finished.
Yeah.
Like, okay, that's the feedback.
Yeah.
What did we do wrong?
Yeah.
Is there anything we can do? Which is usually nothing.
Even if I close my door for AC, because this is very precious in this building, I say to the boys, please come to my actually office. Don't actually think that you're bothering me. And even before, I asked them, guys, do you know the person who was doing pretty much the job before? So yeah, but we didn't want to bother. We don't. I was like, guys, if even you're coming to me, your keyboard, you know, sometimes the keyboard or the mouse doesn't work to the best of its competences, you know, and they're scared to ask me. And I said, guys, would I let you go playing football or shoot a penalty with actually a pair of shoes that doesn't fit properly?
That makes total sense, actually.
And I did this, and this is why Perfecto said to me, Dan, I don't mean in an extreme way, but I need a mouse. Look, and he showed me very kindly, like, look, it doesn't work pretty well. And I said to him, look, I'm gonna get you a mouse. So I went out of the office. I took a cab, went to the SSN.
Yeah, it's such an easy fix as well.
I give the mouse. He did actually the #1 DPS on it, and I was like, I don't know if it's actually because of the mouse, but the fact that you said, Dan, thank you for taking care of us, that means a lot for me. And that's what actually I wanted to make sure that when Roger and Scribe over there are in the red working, I can look after you. And you guys also are the same, because you're actually giving this life behind translating what is on the screen. There's so many actually elements on the screen that some people don't understand. But you all have qualities. Medics can be actually a bit more into the educational part. You actually translate the hype that we all people should be feeling. So I'm super happy about this year and this season, and I would like to elevate this the next time. But it all down to you guys' contribution.
Oh, for sure. Like we've got a team right now that has a different dynamic depending on the pairings every time. What was when you came in and actually was officially in the team and you're doing things? What was the thing that you went, no, this is bad? Did you find anything like that? Wait, from a business standpoint, no, maybe we can't even talk about it. But when you walk in and you take a look at everything, you're like, okay, guys.
So only one thing, but that's okay. I'm taking some gloves because I haven't actually been given all the apparels and gaming equipment.
Yeah.
And when guys said that we start pulling very soon, I'm like, okay, if they don't have the equipment, internally, I'm gonna freak out because they're not actually gonna perform the best ways. But other than this, I was like, it's not a job. Even my wife actually said, I can see you running everywhere on the stream. She has no idea what it is, but I see for the first time you're smiling. I'm smiling because those guys actually is the reflection of being happy, contributing, working together, and I don't feel like if people are overwhelmed. That's the part where I don't want them to feel, and that's the best thing. But honestly, when I came here, maybe thinking it was a shithole, or forgive my French, is going to be actually very good. I have no actual expectation, and if it's the case, I will deal with it, but I will not show this to the team, because that's not them to worry that something happened. And also with competition, you know, like something that you took it really out of my nervosity is that when our competitor lost the mage, and I didn't know how it's going to impact my team. And I said to them, like, I don't mind you going on social network, but don't let the social network comes to you. Make sure that you're being mature enough. Don't go on social, don't answer to people. Like, we have a race. It's like a marathon. You have to focus on this. And then actually they saw me laughing when you make the joke about us being hopeful. And I was like, there's two ways of it.
There is.
Maybe there's PR knocking at my door later on because we made actually a joke that was a bit displaced, or we're gonna laugh. And then actually I get the guys after, and I said, I have a good joke for you. I credit from Preach, and I make this joke, and they all laugh.
Yes.
Like I say, we carry on. We cannot actually neglect this joke because it's something that we need to address. Otherwise, it will feel a bit guilty.
Pretending it doesn't exist is really silly, and especially when you're dealing with generally very good people. Like Hopeful's a really good dude. Like
he's a good lad.
And he's a good lad. He's very funny. He's cheeky. And it's happened to him, and it's not the first time or the last time this will happen to one of the players. We had a race where Gingy got banned the day it started for 4 days.
Could happen to us also.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's one of those things like ignoring it and pretending it's not happening. It's just the wrong approach instead of just having, especially when you know, one, it's nothing to do with us. We didn't do anything. And also, he's going to be fine. Like, this isn't like, actually, like, I'm out for 6 months and I can't play. We knew he would be fine within like a couple of hours, and he was. So then it's a giggle. It's part of the drama of the race. And I've stressed this to both sides, because I've met with Max many times. Obviously, I've met the Echo guys many times. And they tend to get very upset with the very avid fans sometimes.
True.
The diehards. And it's like, I understand what you're saying. You should be closing yourself off to that, though, because those are your sports team style fans. Those are the people who are like ride or die, be it Liquid, Echo, Method, whatever it is. Those are the ones who are going to get you merch. Those are the guys who are supporting you through thick and thin. It might be too aggressive for you guys, but also that shouldn't be your problem. And you've got a similar code to us, and we have the kind of caster code. Nothing we do at any point should ever disrupt what they're doing.
Exactly.
If we have to interview them, it's quick. Make sure they can go and get what they're doing. And absolutely, if we have a problem, it never goes near the players, because we're not here for us. And that any casters who've come and left, a very regular reason is they're trying to build up themselves, their own promotion. Not in all cases by any means, but you can tell those guys, nobody's watching if these guys aren't doing this. Nobody's here to see the Mike and Medic and Cruella show or whatever. This is what matters that's happening on the screen right now.
And that's what matters to me.
That's what matters. Like, we're here as cherries on top of the ice cream. They're the ice cream.
Even if I can actually translate, staying in the ice cream analogy, you know, is to make sure that it's being shown the right way, to be understood the right way. And that's why actually it's taking multiple angles to approach this. But so far, I'm super happy. The tides is actually going into our way, because I can see that the boys are doing well. One thing that we have more also is team building. I was supposed to take them for a escape game before it started.
Oh, the escape room.
Yeah. Problem is that I was scared that they stay trapped actually inside, and it's taking longer than the hour I was to take them. But they were actually super open to this. They said it's good because we can actually bound together. There's not only us, the three of the five of us in a mythic key or something. So, but I'm learning. One thing I confess to you is that I'm also happy to learn about my job. I'm doing business, something I told you I'm doing for 2 decades, but it's refreshing to come here and to learn. Okay, I don't know what is a CCO to be into an esport organization. I'm doing this job for payment and finance for so long, but yet I'm coming here with an open eye. When you said to me, like, what did you expect? Well, I expect to have some stuff broken, and we don't disclose with Graham or the rest of the team what actually broke during the race. And this is the magic, because in the next day we say to the guys, you haven't actually felt anything weird or something. You say no clue. So we're gonna make a best of at the end of this race and show you what broke, and you can actually see that it's quite actually something that we have to. But it's gonna be something that we're gonna laugh about this, and we're gonna improve it the next one. So obviously, right now I'm delighted.
Excellent, Dany. Well, I appreciate your time, mate. I really do. Give me a little clap for Dany coming in and having a chit chat. But yeah, you'll see things be a little different over here at Echo with the management side. Now, how good it is for the team to have the business side taken off their shoulders, because Roger and Scribe, as you can imagine, when it comes to the race, race.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all they care about is whether or not this is going to work. And I think, Dany, there's a very real chance you're about to see what we call Echo Engage. You haven't seen it yet.
No.
There's a point in the race where the team flips.
Yeah.
And they hate to admit that it happens.
Yeah.
But it does.
Yeah.
They're not Echo yet.
Yeah.
It's going to be very cool.
It's not the final form, I feel.
No, it doesn't come till next week.
Yesterday, I remember that the guys were actually pulling on the boss, and at some point they were, I wouldn't say frustrated, but I can feel that there was a break was needed.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, when this break actually came along, I spoke with 2, 3, 5 players, and I can see from the body language, there's just it's fine, you got this. And I can even actually remember the message I gave to Resend, and they said, hey, say, there's no need to be frustrated. You got this. It's just like a bit of actually trying. Few actually attempt after, they felt release, and they said, even we actually effed up, we're gonna make it, and they did it. So
Yep.
You're absolutely right. I cannot wait to see this final form, and I hope that this season is ours. But thank you also, and one thing I would like to say, I didn't know the WoW community on the chat and stuff, and
okay.
they've been very actually welcoming me in the couple of weeks, very kind, reaching with sweetness, and the mods, they don't have to do a big job, to actually monitor everything. So I am blessed. It's a different universe, but
it's a pretty welcoming place.
I'm super happy, and they gave me confidence. So yeah, definitely.
Oh, superb.
Thank you.
I'll let you get back to you.
Thank you very much for having me.
Hey, no
Take
problem
care,
at all.
and hopefully I come hug you for actually a good Warfest.